this is kind of our topic. This is kind of our hot take. Did you watch the video that was part of this hot take?
I have to be honest, I watched part of it and I was like, I have no idea how this is a hot take. Because let me
Well,
tell you,
well,
our
it
hot
le
take's gonna be more hot.
yeah, well, yeah. It's kind of weird of what I'll mention who it is, and I'm not gonna bash on the guy. It's just that it's kind of weird what he tries to go with. I didn't understand really that much about it, but I understood what he means, what he's trying to go for. But so,
Yes.
a lot of stuff has happened in Hollywood lately, and
Hmm.
we had the actors strike, we had the writer strike, and there's a talks about another strike happening. I don't know
Oh gosh.
what that organization is or what that has to do with, but there's apparently a strike that's about to happen. That is possible that could happen. And if that does happen, that's probably going to really mess up Hollywood and probably kill it. And so it's just
Which is
it,
weird. Weird
yeah.
take.
And I think it's like Hollywood is almost the strikes and the pandemic almost killed Hollywood by itself. And it's kind of like we're in this weird
It
state.
bounced back.
Well, it's always going to bounce back no matter what. But it's we're in this weird state of where movies are constantly being delayed, constantly being either greenlit, canceled, and just left on the shelf. Like there's
Or
apparently
over budget. Oh
over
my
budget.
gosh. These
Yeah,
things
like we're getting movies with $300 million and never making their money back because why that movie never needs to be three hundred
see,
million dollars?
well, Dune perfectly points out why they can make it under 200 million.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Dune
if
2.
Dune 2 was a $130 million budget film, it maybe throw in a $30 million marketing budget, making it $220 million. It made its money back. It broke even, and it's making profits from that from now. And like
Let's see.
it
We
passed
gotta
like the
look where Dune 2 is at.
I think it passed the 500 million mark. Um, and this just shows, and this kind of just leads into the next question: are theaters in trouble? Are theaters like, in danger? Are theaters going to go away? And this has been a debate for years. Like, it started with television where
No.
like, oh, like theater, oh, this is going to be the end of theaters. Then cable came out. Oh, this is the end of theaters. Then streaming came, then some Netflix came along. Oh, this is the end of theaters. And it's like this is the dumbest argument ever because it's like someone arguing about like, when and I'm gonna throw bash at some people that left comments on a video called Arthur the King saying like, oh well, you need to go watch this video to understand the movie. Well, if I have to go watch your video to understand the movie, that means the movie failed. And so that's how your
I think it
argument
just depends. I think it's the argument is not about theaters. I think the argument is, are you coming up with quality content that makes me want to leave my house and
that's
spend
the thing.
$16 to $20 to watch it? And if you ask me about Marvel, no. I
Mhm.
just brutal, brutal, brutal. Now, what do movies have the opportunity to save movie theaters? Absolutely.
Movies like Dune,
I think that if or Deadpool versus Wolverine,
Alien.
those movies, that is very true. There is definitely potential and opportunity. The hot take is actually not a hot take. The hot take is, are you just making audiences like the movies that you're releasing? Because if not, I am not going to pay $17 when I can pay $12 for Netflix to watch it when it comes out later,
Well, and
and
that's
then
the thing.
probably
And
laugh
that
at home
and
from my couch.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. There's a lot of different factors of the reason why people don't want to go back to the theater, even though there is people going back to the theater for certain movies. But the bigger problem is that is streaming is a lot of
Hmm.
it when it comes to streaming. It's like, well, okay, a movie goes on for like maybe 45 days, which is its normal runtime,
Hmm.
and it instantly gets put on streaming. They need to they like that's I think that's the problem mostly is that I think they should wait 2 months or three to really drop it on a streaming service to make people go be part of the talk of like, oh, this movie is really good. You need to go see it.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that people are now these days are impatience. The TikTok kids
Oh,
are
I know.
impatient. And so
The TikTok kids. Oh my goodness, the iPad children.
I'm
No, I'm
already
just
gonna that's gonna get hate, but screw it. people like so people don't want to wait that long for something. So it's like if you're making them wait 6 months for a movie to hit streaming, they will go see it in theaters. And but it also comes down
But
to
even
the
then,
quality of the
if
movie.
they have to wait, yeah, if I'm gonna go see, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get a dislike for this one. Avatar 2, overrated. I would have watched that on streaming
I
service,
like that
but
one. I liked it way better than the first one.
oh, that's not saying much. That's like
Oh, well, yeah.
saying mid is better than
That's
mid.
that's like saying that
So,
I like Morbius over Madam Web. Um, but
well, that, and to each their own. A lot of people
I
have,
don't like it, but
preference. I just, yeah, but no, I don't think theaters are in danger. And is streaming going to be the reason for it? No.
no.
If anything, the thing that's going to kill theaters is releasing garbage content that nobody wants to see, that
Yeah.
they'd rather just wait for, release. And let's be real. We know that, remember Scarlett Johansson a few years ago and her whole this whole streaming contract, and she was mad. A lot of these actors and actresses are not seeing the fruition of streaming services.
Yeah.
So why would they agree to it? They're not. So
Well,
there's going to be somebody somewhere.
studios are actually realizing that they don't make money off of streaming. That's why actually this kind of reverts back to Alien that I kind of forgot to mention in that topic is that that was originally supposed to be a Hulu movie. That was going to go straight up onto Hulu, but then I saw something where or I heard something where execs saw the movie, they're like, no, we got to put this in theaters. And because so that means they have that much trust in this movie that they're going to put it in theaters.
Which is good.
And I guarantee it's partially because when they put Prey on Hulu, it got so much praise. They're like, they probably butthurt that they did not put that movie in theaters because they would have made a bunch of load of money off of it. And
I I would be curious to see if they would have made as much money as you think.
I
I
think
think
they
what
would have.
happened it was an excellent film for Hulu or for a
Well,
streaming platform, and
yeah,
that's what made it so good.
but it was also a
It
really good movie.
That's true. But I mean, I'm wondering if it got more love because it was on a streaming platform. And normally
No.
streaming platform movies are
Well,
terrible.
see, the thing
I
is,
just
it like when something is thrown on streaming, no one knows that it's on streaming. Like, did you know that um Spaceman and Adam Sandler's movie was on Netflix already? Did you know that Damsels and
yes.
okay, well, okay. Well, you
I
just ruined
watched
my
Damsel.
yeah, that was not a very good movie. But
That was a terrible
my
movie.
point being is that you see maybe one post on it on Instagram, and next you see it on the front page on Netflix for a week, and next it gone, it's disappears. It's into the algorithm of Netflix's other disasters. And so it goes away and no one and it's probably never ever seen again. That's what streaming is. And no one really knows about it. But then you see movies that are put in theaters first, and next it does really well in the theaters. Next people hear about word of mouth, and next it gets put on to streaming, and it does even better on streaming than it would have just been put on to stream.
That's fair. Yeah, like if
And
you just dropped it.
yeah, it's so I feel like streaming has ruined a lot of things for people. And and nothing better else is better said is that nothing is you're most likely going to be the death of your own self. Like for example, theaters are going to be the death of themselves if they keep racking up the prices on things. And if studios are not going to put out the quality of better quality films because people will pay 13 to $16 to go see Dune Part 2 because it's really good.
Great movie. Great movie.
But if you put out something like Madam Web, no one's going to pay 13 to $16 for that crap.
That was such a great movie. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
great. And so people will
No
pay
sarcasm whatsoever.
people will pay the money to go see it. But you know what people won't pay is is stuff like what streaming services will do in the future, and which is this guy kind of hints at. John Campia, I don't know if you guys know him, but he kind
He
of did
seems
a
like a cool dude.
he seems
We could
cool
be
and he has a
friends.
lot of insight on stuff and not trying to bash the guy, but he brings up an interesting topic about what streaming services are going to do in the future or what could happen or what will happen. So he brings up about like signing in fees. So a lot of people would sign up for a streaming service to watch one thing and next cancel their subscription. So basically what he means by that there will be a $10 fee when you sign up. And next, if you cancel your subscription, and next, if you want to sign back up for that streaming service, you would have to pay that $10 fee again, and et cetera, every time you cancel your subscription, which I can see happening. I think that's very reasonable, and a lot of people do that.
AMC does it when you sign up for their movie pass.
Oh, really? Do they really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll give you the first month for 99 cents, and then they make you stay at least 3 months. And then if you cancel, you can't join again for 6 months. It's like
Oh,
a very like stringent.
jeez.
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, you're either with us or you're never with us ever again," type of deal. And another one he kind of brings up is premium type of stuff. So which I already see happening with like Netflix, for example. You can pay, I believe, $20, maybe $20 for 4K. Like that's like almost what he's basically hinting at. You're paying for better quality instead of getting like the HD or ad tier or whatever. That's already technically happening. But maybe they'll lead it into where you get this early exclusive, you get the whole
Yeah.
season. uh,
Insight.
yeah, you get the whole final season of Stranger Things before everyone else, type of deal. Like, I can see that happening. The one thing he also mentions, and I mean, like, it's possible. And I think Hollywood's that, or Netflix is that stupid to might do it. And honestly, I'm using Netflix as like
You're letting them know.
as an example because Netflix does a lot of stupid things. Um,
They just have money to throw around. So
they
go
honestly really do.
Netflix.
Is he brings up credits and he uses audiobook as an example, and I asked you if you had audiobook or whatever, but you didn't really know
I've used
anything.
it before.
Oh, okay. But
I just don't have it currently.
okay. So I looked into it and he mentioned about a subscription. I'm like, subscription, it's audiobooks. You have to go on and buy it. But there is a subscription to it. And then really the subscription is for currency, for credits. And next you get some exclusive stuff that's on there by itself. But mostly you have to pay for the books on there. And next
Mhm.
you can get credits to use to getting a discount on that books. And what he uses as an example on Netflix, where you get a credit system like that audiobook system, and if you have to pay and you have to use credits to watch this movie or use this credits to watch this TV show. I don't see that happening because that ruins the whole purpose of streaming services, and it's the
Yeah.
dumbest thing I have actually ever heard because it makes no sense.
Well,
Because you're not paying for the movie. You're not paying to keep the movie or anything. It's not like you're on audio to pay for the book and it's yours, or you're getting a
I think
discount.
I think what they're trying to do is see how far they can push people to do it. I'm very curious to see how they do it because the whole thing will be like very interesting,
Yeah,
honestly. So
I don't see the credit system on a streaming service making any sense because it's like, then what's the point of me paying you Netflix $20 a month for for a library of movies for 4K for me just to repay you again with credits. I just
that is,
like
yeah, you are kind of right.
I think that will be the line pushing it too far, and that's where you're going to have it with people because that makes no sense. And Netflix will not be like, well, that sucks for you, I guess you're not going to watch the next season of Stranger Things. No, you're just going to be like,
I
okay,
would.
we're sorry, here you go back to the old subscriptions, because there's going to be too much backlash where you're not going to get enough people to watch it.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And so, but
It'll be interesting.
the other two things that he brings up, I do see happening because we already do see it happening. Like you brought up AMC, but NX, the premium stuff, honestly kind of makes sense. I wouldn't mind seeing Stranger Things a week early, NX telling everyone that it sucks. So, I'll be happy to do that. Pay $30 a month for that.
We'll see how much it'll be. I'm a skeptic, but
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see the full-on podcast, I'll leave a link in the description below. And you guys can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you guys I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the topics as well. So leave a comment on it. And if you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button because we have a lot of other stuff on the channel. As a reminder, this is a monthly upload on the Big Talk with Austin, and this will also give you guys the opportunity to submit some topics to us
that happen throughout the month. So if you guys want to do that, go check me out on Twitter and follow me there. Tag me whenever something interesting pops up that has movie reviews, movie TV shows, any like pop culture related type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.